in faith in God has an eternal impact on us, even learning math, even learning, that kind of thing. So that's my thing. And now I just want to tell you how I came to pick faith apart and teach it to my kids so that they can apply it on a daily level. This was a medium that the Lord gave me in order to learn this principle. And I watched these people, and I was talking to these people, and all of a sudden this popcorn analogy came into my mind, okay? So I popped popcorn for my kids every single day so that I could get more ideas. So we have a fully popped piece of popcorn, okay? We're going to put your seed in the popcorn popper, and we're going to watch what happens when we blow the hot air belief on it. So we have our half pops, okay? And they're kind of yummy, but they're really not the whole thing that we were hoping for. And then we have what I call the late bloomer, and this is like awesome hope. One day I got back to it, right as I got to it, I think it was like a minute later, a long time. It took a long time for this last piece of popcorn to pop, and it was huge. And like the mother of all popcorns, I was like, look at this kid! And it was the best popcorn story ever. Anyway, so that's about this high off the ground and really big, and I would get on the floor with my notes and I would watch this thing over and over and over again going, what is it? What am I missing? I gotta figure it out. And when I figured out, Joseph Smith talked about this in Lectures on Faith and Lecture First. And when I saw that, I went, oh, and he called it science. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So this is basic. I believe I can. Oops, that's not spelled right. I believe I can, and I did it. This is faith in God. Who wants to take a stab at faith in God?
It's when you believe the impossible is possible because of Him.
All things are possible with God. Right. And this is temporal, right? And this one makes temporal things eternal. And so when we apply faith in God, have faith, you gotta have faith, you gotta have faith. Well, a couple of years ago, my daughter comes up to me and she says, Mom, how do I do faith? And I went, I thought I told you really well already. I guess I didn't. I gotta figure this out. And so I got to work and I started writing a coloring book so that she could color it while we were talking about it. And I'm going to have you go to the next slide. This was huge. This was the mind-blowing thing. This is what took it to the next level. Okay, so let's talk about Alma's seed analogy. We want our children, above all, to understand loving the Lord their God with all their heart, mind, and soul, right? Mind, heart, and soul. And when I was studying faith, I kept being drawn back to this commandment over and over and over again. And I was like, what? I get it. And he goes, no, you don't. I was like, yes, I do. Okay, go to the next slide. Okay, so I asked him, okay, fine. What does mind mean to you? How do I love you with my mind? And he told me that, he told me, I'm going to tell you in a minute. So then I asked him, how do I do it with my heart? And then how do I do it with my soul? And I really did not understand what he was talking about until he took me to Alma's seed analogy. Go ahead. And when those things were combined, it was like, there you go, teach that to your kids. Go ahead. So mind is the seed of thought, and heart are the feelings or the roots of, is this making sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and the soul is the spirit and a body combined, or the manifestation, or the fruit, right? So I'm teaching my kids, love the Lord thy God with all thy faith,